Folks, welcome back. Rudy Alpha Investments with your update on the game piece era. So I did a collection buying deal about a month or two ago. And on yesterday's video's news with LGSs and struggling and the write-downs in their inventory and trying to sell game pieces and everything. And, you know, in this collection I purchased a month or two ago, which I haven't published the video yet. The individual had a bunch of complete sets. This is a complete set of Innistrad from this individual. Actually, I'm removing the cards, so I'm going to mail him back his binders because he likes his notebooks. I said that's fine. And it's just a complete set. Nice little Innistrad little throwback. Nice little checklist because he liked, people used to collect complete sets. And it's a nice little thing. And of course, you guys want to see? Complete set of Innistrad. Nothing too crazy. Got a little snappy. Little Liliana. And the reason I'm making this video to show you all is because when I priced this out to match the buy list, the buy list on a complete set of original Innistrad on Star City Games. Go to Star City Games, hit buy list, look up the cards, hit sort by most expensive. It was $18. $18 for a complete set of original Innistrad. $18 fucking dollars. Like, I felt bad. And I literally just said, I just threw $50 for it. Because that's the side effect of game pieces. That's the side effect of Magic 30, Print to Oblivion, the flashy variant era. Like, I look at this complete set. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. The guy put a lot of time into it. And the binder is worth more than the complete set of Innistrad. Not Crimson Vow Midnight Hunt. This is original. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is original OG Innistrad. The buy list for stores for cards like Liliana and Snapcaster Mage are a couple dollars. Completely wiped out. And this goes back to the video that we've been discussing of LGSs that are just fucked. They're just collapsing because they own all this inventory. They buy collections from their customers and create that liquidity for their local game store. And unfortunately, the cards in their inventory and their display cases are on TCG Player. Wizards has annihilated the financial aspect and perspective of all single cards of Modern and Standard. And if a card goes up in value, they go out of their way to annihilate it. And when we look at a situation like original Innistrad, we have, guess what we have? Liliana at a couple dollars because of Dominaria United. Reprinted in Standard, everything. And I just want to make this to remind you all that no, Magic's not dead. Sure, Hasbro stock's gone back to garbage. And, well, I guess everything, you can't really blame Hasbro. The entire stock market's been very turbulent again because the world is just run by a bunch of Timmies and idiots and everyone just wants to attack each other. It's sad. And I reinforce and I kind of stand by what I've said before, which is we are going to continue to see more erosion, more businesses fail, more companies like Troll and Toad, they're going to back away from Magic. And because LGSs make and have been sustainable long term because not only do they sell sealed product at a loss, but they buy singles and trade singles and have display cases of single cards. If all those display cases of Magic the Gathering cards become game pieces that are worthless, not only does the inventory erode and become a huge write-down for the LGS, but essentially nobody's going to buy them. Because there's no reason to buy anything when everything's essentially worthless. And it's absolutely disappointing to see. I'm not going to yell and make a big dramatic thing, but it's just so disappointing to see. Because when I see situations like that, first of all, I got it wrong. I never thought in my life I would have ever been able to predict that set collecting would be almost laughed at. Complete sets of old Magic sets are almost worthless. It is just disappointing. That's really the best way to discuss it. Now, every other TCG, in modern times, looking at you, even Pokemon, people grade their new Pokemon cards. Try out PCG. Rudy owns 69% of PCG USA. Try us out. Make fun of me. You know, think about it. Pokemon, new cards are graded in every set. Huge market for it, okay? Look at the new One Piece. Look at Flesh and Blood. Look at Sorcery coming in a couple weeks. Can't wait to reveal this crap to you guys. I mean, people are losing their mind in excitement. All these things. People are grading new Sorcery cards, grading new Flesh and Blood cards like crazy. We get orders at PCG every day. Guess what they're sending in? Guess what? I mean, the most amount of... Actually, I'd say over 50% of the cards are Pokemon. A quarter is like Flesh and Blood. And the other quarter is like Sorcery, Weiss, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Disney Lorcana, all these things. The amount of Magic cards being graded, because nobody wants new Magic cards that are graded. There's no market for it. It's completely just trashed or destroyed or damaged. I don't know what the word to use is. So that's all this video is. No real point to anything today. Just want to have a conversation with everyone because when I checked the buy list today on these big stores, and all you have to do is just go hit the buy list, pick a set, look at all the single cards, sort by most expensive, and add it up. And there's just nothing left. There's nothing left. And I don't know yet what that means long term, because the sealed product of these sets still remains very scarce and sought after because there's not a lot left. Remember, sealed can go to singles, but singles can't go back to sealed. So I don't know how that dynamic's going to unfold in the coming 5 to 10 years, but it's wild, man. It's wild because I'm picturing these thousands of stores around the United States who have all these singles, all these card condos, all this inventory of modern cards and collections. You haven't lived until you've been in an LGS and a family comes in and they want to sell their collection to the LGS. The LGS opens the binder and sees all these amazing cards: Kaladesh, Zendikar, Worldway, Innistrad, all these modern staples, in the store, and the customer says, yeah, I probably spent $10,000 collecting this and being in Magic the last 10 years. I'm looking for maybe $5,000. And the store looks at him and says, I'll give you $500. And this customer is going, they spent $5,000, $10,000 on something, and they have that moment of realization of what happens when you build an economy in a secondary market around game pieces and you try to extract and destroy any money side of things because it's just a game. And in that particular moment, those individuals in that family realizes how bad Magic is and what kind of waste of money, and then they stay away. And remember, folks, just like the restaurant world, when one person has a bad experience, they run around on the internet, they run around with a banner, they run around and tell everybody how angry they are. You don't hear about the other 99 people who are happy with Magic, or happy with Pokemon, or happy with Flesh and Blood, or happy with MetaZoo. You don't hear about that. All you hear about is the one person who has a bad experience on the internet, because that's how the internet, we are polarized and attracted to negativity. And just like restaurants and the LGS and the card world, that's what's happening. The majority of people in Magic in the last 10 years who only have modern single cards and decks and commander decks, some of their vintage reserve list cards are holding value. Maybe they're 50% off their highs, but they're holding money. But most people have been annihilated. Most individuals in a lot of big stores who did a lot of business on eBay, TCG Player, and locally in events, who bought and sold singles and standard and modern and pioneer, I mean, these stores' individuals have been crushed. And because of that, you are seeing an amplified effect, because now these individuals have seen what's happening in the market, and now they are lowering and backing away even further, causing an increased vacuum to the downward kind of that pressure, because nobody has confidence in new game pieces. So again, hope you all enjoyed the conversation with me today. As always, the game piece army, wherever you are, or whoever apparently you all are winning. And the 3,000 LGSs, including myself and everybody else out there, we are taking the losses and losing. And I hope it's all worth it long term, because Magic's an amazing thing. It really is an amazing thing.